I haven't made a YouTube video in a really long time, I think since February of 2014, but I'm going to come back and talk about one of my favorite video games of all time, which I think is the best baseball video game I've ever played. Now, most people, when they talk about best baseball video games, you'll hear MLB 2K5, MVP Baseball '05, MLB The Show, which all those are great games. I love playing them, but the one game I can constantly come back to is MLB Power Pros 2008. And while I admit that, you know, I don't play as much as I did back in the day, even 2 years ago, it's still a good game, and I wish Konami was a better company than they are, because we all know they're a shitty company, but if they just would have brought MLB Power Pros 2008, well, just Power Pros in general, back to America. It still exists in Japan, but it's nowhere near, I think, what it is for the Wii, because I don't really want to play a game that's not in English and that doesn't have MLB teams, but that's okay. Well, you look at the Power Pro, the players in the game, they don't have any legs, and they don't have any fingers, so people say, how can you play baseball without legs? Well, I think the simplicity of it, the animation is nice. It's a good, simple baseball game on the outside, but when you look at the inside, the features it has, complex story modes. You look at games like NBA 2K15, who in career mode brought a story mode that we've never seen in sports video games before, and while it gets old at some points, it's a step in the right direction. MLB Power Pros 2008 has this. In MLB Power Pros 2008, you can get married, have kids, start a family, but you can also have friendships, relationships with players. You can show up to events. That's in the mode called MLB Life, which kind of gets old after a while, but when you first play it, my goodness, it's a good mode. Then we look at Success Mode, and Success Mode is a good mode, but I think the best part about Success Mode is you can create, I think, up to 140 players. I'm not sure the exact number, but you can create a lot of players. If you beat the game, you beat Success Mode, which, you get through AA and AAA, you get called up to the majors, your player gets a password, and you can share that password, and other players, I'm not sure how this works exactly, but other players can use that creative player that you made in their game, and there's a forum for this. It's called MLBPPWorld.com. The PP stands for Power Pros, which is a forum I'm on. It's a great community, and that continues to get the game to thrive in any way, shape, or form. But I know a lot of people will disagree with why I say that this game is the best game, baseball game at least, of all time. People will say it's too simplistic, it's not realistic enough, but that's not really what I want in a video game. I just want to have fun, and games are quick, 30 minutes. Now, I agree that it's kind of irrelevant now that this game was made, 7 years ago? It's 2015. The last Power Pros in America was 2008. So it's 7 years old, and we haven't gotten a new game. But what surprises me is the direction 2K went. Instead of releasing MLB Power Pros 2009, which I heard the Japanese version was an even better game than 2008, they went and they focused on releasing MLB 2K9, which was a horrible, glitch-ridden game, and the Bigs 2. Look where those games went. They don't exist anymore. I think that's the most disappointing thing ever. And I don't know why. They really prefer the Bigs 2 as their second baseball game over MLB Power Pros. Power Pros got, I think, the same reviews as the Bigs got. And the Bigs they only made for 2 games. It's the same as MLB Power Pros. And when you look at MLB Power Pros, there's still a devoted community. like I said, it's not a big community, but still there are people who play this game. And I think if 2016, say they release next year, which isn't going to happen because Konami, remember, they said they're focusing more on mobile games, which I think is a terrible decision. I don't think we're going to get it, and that's a shame. But now we look at season mode, where I think is the most fun for me. I love season mode. It's only 10 years, but that's enough because once, say after 5 years, you've already got a dynasty that can win championships. I love taking a team and rebuilding them. Like, you can enter teams, you can make an expansion team full of your created players from success mode, which I mentioned earlier, or you can take your favorite team and rebuild them, or just take them to glory from the start. And I love doing that. I think it doesn't get old. Really, this game doesn't get old. Maybe it's the fact that there's not any other games after it, so it's kind of the nobility of it. Like, this game is good, but we're never going to be able to play a newer version of this game. Maybe that's why it keeps us intact. With MLB The Show, it's a great game. I enjoy playing it, but for me, it doesn't have the same charm as this game. Maybe because I played this game when I was younger, or maybe that it's not coming out anymore, so it's the nostalgic feel that this game has. But with MLB The Show, 16 is coming out next year, sometime in April, March, late March, early April. It's coming back. This game is definitely not coming back. There have been petitions, there's been efforts to try to get the attention of 2K or Konami, but let's face it, this game is never coming back. It's a shame to say it, but it's never coming back. To America, at least. I heard it's pretty big in Japan, but I don't know. But the game is never coming back to America. And that's, I think, what's sad about it. On the outside, you see this game, and it just looks like another cheap baseball game, like, whatchamacallit, Nicktoons MLB, which is a pretty bad game, by the way. But then you look at games like Super Mega Baseball, which I have to admit, when I first saw that, I was like, oh no, not another one of those arcade-type baseball games like the Bigs and Nicktoons MLB, which I just mentioned. But it was Polygon. I think they voted it the best sports game of 2014. I mean, it shocked everyone with, customizable difficulty levels, customizable teams, everything. It was a good game. And I think that's what surprised me the most. And I think if they brought back MLB Power Pros, I would be the same. But I just can't believe what they did. Back on that note, the gameplay I've mentioned before, it's fast. Yeah, you can get games done quickly. That's, I think, what I enjoy most about MLB Power Pros. What I don't really enjoy how long the games take in MLB The Show, but that's just part of the sport. With Power Pros, it goes by fast. I think games really only take 20, 25, 30 minutes. So that's what I like about it. So that's been this video. I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to be talking about MLB Power Pro some more. I might, make some gameplay videos if I get a good recording software. Also, as I mentioned before, MLB PP World might be making a YouTube channel for Power Pros videos, so I'll keep you posted on that. But this is Mr. The Natural 2119 signing out.